Good morning, West USA Realty. Welcome back to another amazing webinar. Sorry, I'm tooting my own horn there. Welcome back to another Thursday webinar, 10 a.m. each and every Thursday, social media focused. As you can see, we're going to be jumping into Facebook basics for real estate professionals. Each and the first Thursday of every month, we're going to be doing Facebook, kind of make that an anchor for not only for Facebook, but for all of our new agents that join us each and every month. One of the first things we do and advise you guys, if you haven't already, create a business account, a Facebook business account. We'll get rocking and rolling. We're going to cover that today. But as always, I'm excited to have you guys here. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, on the right there is a chat box. You can always jump in and ask your questions, anything at all, comments you may have. After the fact, if you have any questions, you can always email me. I'm Keith, that's Keith at westusa.com. Get a lot of questions after the fact, personal questions about specific things about social media. And it can always be more than just Facebook. Anything social media, Instagram, Snapchat, WeChat, UChat, iChat, whatever is the hot chat of the week. We're always doing our best to stay aware abreast of what's happening in social media. And so we'd like to be a great resource for you guys and do what we can to help you with creating an awesome personal brand, digital presence. And so today we'll be covering Facebook basics for real estate professionals. But before we get rocking and rolling like we always do, we'd like to say thank you to our sponsors. We always have some amazing people in our industry that support our real estate agents through various different categories, industries, whether it's your home inspection, home warranty, mortgage, title. We've just got some great people who support us here at West USA. And for all you new agents that are joining us, we like to bring a couple of them on, chat with them and see, hey, what's happening in their industry and what resources they can provide for you. So without further ado, I've got Bree from VIP Mortgage, who's always kind enough to join us on our Thursday mornings. Bree, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you this morning?
I cannot complain. There is some cool, we always geek out about weather. So we've got some cool temperatures around the corner, but of course, not before we get one last grueling blast. So I'm really excited about the next week coming up.
I'm so excited. I think it said that it was going to be like 98 degrees. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I know. How sick is that we get excited about 90 degrees?
I know. It's pretty crazy. But, we'll take what we can get.
Right.
So my name is Bree. I do business development for VIP Mortgage. I like to partner with agents to just help you guys bring you whatever it is that is going to help to grow your business. One thing that we're really focusing on over here right now, we know it's a seller's market. That's kind of what we're all well aware of this. So one of the biggest focuses that my loan officers are really driving is making sure that every single one of the buyers that we're working with is very, very qualified to go in with a really strong offer. Because we know that you as the buyer's agent, that's what you need, right? You need to have your buyers be prepared because it's so competitive out there right now.
Right.
So if you're either looking for a new partner to work with, or if you need another, if you're looking at what your buyer has right now and you're like, you know what, let's get a second opinion on that, just to make sure that we're going in with the best that we can do, definitely reach out to us because we can take a look at it. And we do not at all take offense. I had one of my loan officers was working actually with a West USA agent who came to us and said, hey, this buyer is looking to see if he can get something better. My loan officer said, you know what? Your preferred lender gave him the best he can get. Go with that. We're not at all. We want what's best for your buyer because ultimately that's what's best for you. And that's what we're looking for. So just, we want to definitely partner with you guys. If you have any questions, if there's anything that we can do to help you out, let me know. All of my contact information is right here. My email, like I say every time, is pretty much the entire alphabet. It's Bree, BRI, at VIPMTGINC.com. And my cell phone number is right there too. You can take that down. If you have any questions or if you need any help with anything, let me know.
Nice. That's awesome, Bree. Thank you so much for obviously taking the time and giving us your little 30-second elevator speech like usual. Have
Of
you?
course.
Yeah, right. You had any good eats lately? Anything on the plate that's been appetizing?
Let me think. I'm trying to think of where I've been. I haven't really um done a whole lot. I've been like cooking a lot at home, which I don't know if my daughter's super like fond of that. I've been making a lot more like fish,
Nice.
which I'm trying to open her palate. Like, so I made really good salmon the other day. And but I don't know if she would agree. Like, I'm not gonna let you ask her because I don't know that she would agree with that.
Well,
I
yeah,
thought it was fantastic.
yeah. I think we've all become really good at cooking in this last few months. So we're cooking from home. I told my wife, I'm like, look, I know we're not going out to eat as much as we used to. I said, but definitely going to increase the quality of what we're eating at home and really start going to town on trying things. So that's always fun to learn to cook some new stuff.
Exactly.
All right, Bree, we have a good one. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Awesome, you too. All right, hey, and so without further ado, hopefully Jill has got her microphone working. We were doing a little technical difficulty there, but we have Jill St. Croix from Great American Title, Escrow and Title. Jill's awesome, been a great supporter of us here at West USA for a number of years, and so actually had speaking of food. Had an opportunity to get with her yesterday and I had an amazing Reuben. Jill, I'm still craving that. So thank you so much for the time yesterday. How are you doing? Oh, well, I got her mic on. So, all right. Well, it looks like we do apologize, Jill. I'm not sure what's cracking there, but we stick with me, message me, and we'll have you jump on here, and we'll get cranking and going on the presentation. But your mic is on, so hopefully we'll be able to have you join us shortly. All right. So with that, if you haven't already done so, hopefully you guys know that you need to have a uh, personal Facebook account before you. Can create a business account. In order to have a business account, you need to have a personal one first. Now, I know for a lot of us, and certainly for my mother, who's super reluctant to have a personal Facebook page, it is a necessity. And so you don't necessarily have to friend everybody. You don't have to, get distracted with connecting with old friends from high school or watching cat videos, but you do need to have a personal account. So if you haven't done so while we're cruising through some of these statistics and why you should have a business page, you can go ahead and create yourself one, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. So some of the benefits for Facebook business page for you guys as real estate agents. Number one, showing up in a search result. Business page will allow you to post and show up in search results whenever folks are taking to social media, whether that is on Bing or Zillow, or not Zillow, sorry, Bing or Google. Google has turned it from a noun to a verb, so everyone is Googling things. Go Google this, Google that, and so having a business page will add to your digital footprint and will show up. So that's a good thing to have for you guys as an agent when folks are doing their homework to do a little more research about you. You'll obviously appear to a wider audience that are not currently logged into their Facebook page, and so that's a great tool for you there. The Facebook business page will have some amazing insights for you as well. So you'll be able to see who's looking at your content, who's engaging with your content, and then obviously allow you not only to see who, but then because you know who they are, you're able to engage with them back, message them privately, and then ultimately, like everything about real estate, it is about building relationships. And so Facebook business pages are going to allow you to connect, and not only the business page, but all the other aspects of Facebook. They're going to allow you to connect with folks and build your audience and your contacts at scale, which is amazing. And especially now in today's age with COVID and we're not getting out as much as we used to. Hopefully that's going to change. It'll be right around the corner. But for now, I think folks are realizing that social media certainly is going to be a big aspect for the new norm, whatever that is, moving forward, and having that in your wheelhouse when it comes to connecting with folks. Advertising is an awesome opportunity for you as well. There are a number of options for you when it comes to advertising on Facebook. Boosting ads, running ads are going to help you get some additional exposure for your content. And then most importantly, too, at the very end, there's reviews. Whether you're asking for reviews for Zillow, Realtor.com, on your Google My Business page, Facebook, folks are going to leave reviews wherever they're comfortable with leaving reviews, where they like to leave reviews, but also too where you ask them to leave reviews. And so reviews is there, recommendations is an option for folks to give you some feedback on your experience. Now, moving forward with Facebook consumption and engagement, I get a lot of folks who will um, I get a lot of folks who will ask me if they, should they be on Facebook? Should they be on Instagram, Twitter? There are a number of social media platforms that are extremely popular. And yes, to the date, Facebook still is number one when it comes to how often folks are logging on to their social media and for how, not only how often, but how long as well. And so, as you can see there through this statistic, this chart, we've got at least 76% people who are still logging on a daily basis. 15% of them are on a weekly basis, and then obviously 7 is less often. But still the number one there. Instagram catching up pretty quick, especially for your millennials. Your audience, where you should be, really depends on where your audience is. Reverse engineer where your audience is, and if that's where they are, or where they are, then that's where you need to be. If you're going to do at least any of these, number two big ones certainly going to be Facebook and Instagram. As time goes on, you get more comfortable. Recommend checking out LinkedIn for sure for professional contacts, and then Pinterest and Twitter do have some value for you there as well. So folks are definitely logging on to Facebook quite a bit. Over probably almost 2.5 billion users now. And so for you guys as real estate agents, your goal for when using Facebook to your advantage is building an online presence and an online and relationships, as I mentioned before. Connecting with other local businesses is going to be an awesome opportunity for you to connect with small, bakery, mom and pop shops, restaurants, services in the area, landscapers, contractors, anyone doing any home handyman stuff. I know with a lot of these new home builds, for some, they're leaving doors off of, the master bathroom or into another room. They are leaving a number of different areas of the home that are open. And so what I've seen a really big play and push for right now are those barn doors. Everyone's doing the barn doors. So I highly recommend you guys using barn doors and checking those out because they are a great service. So you partner with those small businesses and connect to other local businesses, and you guys can leverage and work out some type of agreement. I see one person's having an issue connecting, so I would go ahead and say, go ahead and refresh. If you guys are having issues with audio, try refreshing and logging out and going back into your webinar. Um, um, let's see here, and if that helps. And now reboot it. I know I get one person every webinar that has a little bit of a glitch, so I do apologize for that. But try to close, minimize out, and reopen to see if that reconnects for you. All right, so. Enhancing your online marketing presence, listing tools, really just adding a lot of content about what you are, what you do, and how they can get in contact with you when it comes to social media is a great goal for you as well. And of course, developing an online personality, recognition. Are you likable? Facebook is an awesome opportunity for you to establish likability and obviously make connections and really set yourself apart from your competition when it comes to being a real estate agent. So some stats for you guys. I mentioned 2.5 billion users, 1.62 billion users visit Facebook daily on a global scale. It's amazing how many people are logging on and connecting. Crazy stat I saw the other day. Besides 70% of the Facebook users connecting 6 to 10 times a day, when they connect, the time added together results in almost 40 minutes of consumption, 40 minutes of people using Facebook. So that's a lot of time. And anytime you got that many people consuming content or looking at a particular platform for that long of time, it's definitely advantageous for not only you as a real estate agent, but for all business owners, entrepreneurs, anyone looking to build their personal brand, to be there and to be active and be putting out content. 88% of Facebook users are on the platform and they stay on the platform to stay connected with their family and friends. So Facebook has had a huge push again in the last year to get more connected to family and friends again. and apparently, we're supposed to stop seeing a lot of the unrelated stuff. So I know they've been working on their algorithm to really enhance it so that you're logging on and can seeing content that you want to consume, and kind of getting rid of and not seeing the stuff that really is just what we consider noise. 80% of users connect to brands and businesses on Facebook. So I know I follow a number of different restaurants, breweries. I'm a foodie. If you have listened to any of my webinars in the past, and just like at the start of this one, we like to connect and talk about food quite a bit when we have a chance to. And so I follow a lot of small restaurants, mom and pop shops, breweries, places like that, and stay connected to what's happening with them and their business. And especially now with everything that's been happening on, restaurants are doing adjusted hours, reduced menus, sharing with their followers what they're doing to enhance and continue to clean in prevention for COVID. So high traffic occurs midday, Wednesday or Thursday. So if you're looking or you want to know when to post your content, statistically shown that high traffic days are going to be on Wednesday and Thursday midday. So 74% of Facebook users are high income earners. So great stat to know, especially for those also who use Instagram. Instagram, Facebook, statistically shown, users have a high income earners as well as higher education. So that is a great demographic to know that you're there, because at the end of the day, we're looking for qualified buyers. And so if we know that's where they're hanging out, then that's where you should be for sure, right? All right, so just some stats to hit you guys real quick with there and some statistics. I'm actually going to jump into a live environment right now. I'm actually going to go right into and use our Facebook page as a guinea pig and share with you guys a little bit of what's happening, what's changing, and we will get you building out a business page. And so before I get going, moving forward, I just want to remind everybody, we record all of our webinars. So whether it's mine, our Monday morning webinar here at West USA, our CE class we have with Todd Menard, we've got a number of different webinars that happen throughout the week. You can always find out what's happening at westusacalendar.com. On that calendar, that'll have all of our classes, office meetings. Whether you're with West USA or you're not, you can always stay abreast of what classes we have going on. Okay, and like everything, all of our webinars are free. And you can find our recordings on our YouTube channel, which is West USA Realty Phoenix, or Inc. West USA Realty Inc. Phoenix. So a little bit of a long tail there for your URL channel, but you can always catch all of our recordings and this one at the completion of the webinar. So if you're not already on Facebook, feel free to log in there. Now, for most of us, we are now excited, and I'm being sarcastic. Facebook rolled out their new look, their new desktop revamp. Now, about a year ago, May, Mark Zuckerberg, the owner, pretty much the CEO and owner of Facebook, they announced at their F8 conference that they were rolling out a brand new redesign, probably one of the most extensive redesigns, rebranding of Facebook in a number of years. And they rolled that out on the mobile device well before they decided to do the desktop here. And so they've been warning everybody, letting everybody know the change was coming. They would give you a sneak peek, let you take a look at it if you wanted to. Over here on your right-hand side under the drop-down arrow, whether you saw the classic version or the new version, you can toggle back and forth for only a few more weeks. They're going to be moving back, or they're going to make it a permanent change. They've been kind of being pretty nice with us and allowing us to toggle back and forth. But for the most part, you can see back and forth between the main page and our classic view. I'm actually going to go back in and rock and roll with the new view, because it's a good practice for me as well as for you guys, and taking a look at switching to new Facebook. So pretty comfortable with it, but wanted to just show you guys around the navigation when it comes to West USA. So if you haven't already done so, feel free to go up to the top left corner there, or at the top of the bar in the search feature, and type in West USA Realty. I want to take you guys to the page we're already on, which is our main brokerage page. You'll know our page. It's got 3.5 thousand likes on it. Our main brokerage page is a good one for you to like and follow if you haven't already done so. We post a lot of predominantly agent-facing content on here, whether it is announcements about classes, employee recognition, agent recognition. At the top of each month, we always throw a shout out to our top producers, to our new agents that have joined us, and we give you guys an idea of classes that are coming up, hence the one here that you're currently looking at now. We have our top agents. We've got new agents that have joined us, announcements about the brokerage, things that are happening in the industry, not only here at West USA, but in the industry in general. And so we have a pretty active page. We've got an awesome marketing team here, and I'm responsible for pushing content out. So feel free to subscribe, like our page, and share any content that you deem would be a great read for your clients. And of course, always, you can steal any of our cover photos. Clicking on our cover photo here, we like to swap these out. In fact, I'm going to be swapping one out here shortly in remembrance of 9/11 for September. But you can always steal any of our cover photos and repurpose those for your business page on your Facebook page as well. So just be mindful. Sometimes the dates are a little bit when we're celebrating New Year's, you probably don't want to put 2018 on there. So, all right, so that's our business page. Scrolling through the business page, you can see a lot of content here and information. We'll build yours out and hopefully get you going and rocking the same way as ours. Now, one other area I wanted to show you guys, if you are a West USA agent with us, in the upper left-hand corner here, if you just type in West USA Realty again, and we hit enter, you have when we perform a search in the search bar in the upper left-hand corner there, you can filter out your keywords based on their different filtrations they have on the left-hand side. Now, I want to direct you guys to our groups. We have a Facebook closed group for each one of our branch locations. It's been an awesome resource for us to have all of our branches have their own closed group. Now, in the groups, when you click on the toggle filtration down here on the left-hand side, or for you guys on the classic view, it should be on the top. Just click on groups. And based on your keyword search of West USA Realty, you're able to scroll through all of our branch locations. Now, if you are an agent, as I mentioned, with us here, and you haven't done so, make sure you jump into the group and request to join the group. The cool thing about the group is you will connect with all the other agents, the branch manager, corporate staff that supports those branch locations, and then you will have an opportunity to connect with those folks out of that branch. The closed groups are a great tool for you guys to use to find out more about what's happening at your branch location. Chandler's got 444 members. Surprise has 403. Our Arrowhead, one of our larger branches, has 503. So jumping into the group, sometimes there's global announcements, and then sometimes there's something specific. In this case, there's an Arrowhead office meeting. That was September 3rd. That's today. Hey, they're having an office meeting, obviously, this morning. And so great information. Branch manager connects. When we are back together again, all the fun stuff, office meetings, happy hours. If you need someone to sit an open house, you can come in here and ask one of your other agents in the area. If you're looking for recommendations, vendors, you name it. This is just, again, a place for you guys to collaborate, share content, connect with your other peers. Looking for, here we go, contact sellers. So questions, you'll get lots of questions in here. So make sure you join your group and stay abreast of what's happening, not only with West USA, but with all of your folks out of your closed group there. So, all right, that was our shameless pitch on our locations and things that I'd like for you to join, connect, and stay abreast of. So from anywhere on your Facebook page, whether it's the new look or the old look, you should have a create tab up here in the upper right hand corner. For those of us with a new version, it's just going to be the plus symbol. So thankfully, Facebook relatively kept these in the same spot. They just look differently with the new style. But we're going to click on the create tab. Now, as you can see, when you click on the create tab, there are quite a few choices. And when you are in this tab here, you can create a post, a story, which is really awesome. For those of us who are using Facebook stories, you can now create a Facebook story from your desktop. So really cool tool. Really excited about that one. And you can post stories from your desktop, create content. Now it's not just restricted to your mobile device. Life event. So anyone getting married or moving, anything significant. And then getting into the page. This is where we're actually going to go. If you haven't already created a business page, this is where we're going to be creating one. Now, for those of you who already have a business page, but you really haven't been working it, it's kind of dormant. We'll get into that shortly. There don't need for you to create another business page, but once we create one, I'll show you guys where you can make edits. If anybody's coming over from another brokerage or they need to change the name of their business page, if your phone number, email address, any of your important contact information changes, you can connect and make those edits once it's created. So for those of you guys, go ahead and click on page. All right. Now, from there, we've got the page button. We have created a page. Now, for some of you on the old version, this is going to look different for you. But on the left-hand side here, for the most part, we're filling out the form. Same questions, it just looks differently. But for under your page information, we're going to create a page name for this page. In my case, I'm going to choose my first and last name, and you should as well, and then identify your brokerage in the name of the business page. What's important about your name is when it creates a social media account is that you identify yourself first because you are an independent contractor, 1099. So your name is going to be just as it appears on your license, and then hyphen dash West USA Realty. So identify your broker or your agency or wherever you're at. Now, if you're with another brokerage, then obviously you put their name there. That's going to be your best shared practice, and that kind of comes down from Judy Lowe, who's the commissioner, Arizona Department of Real Estate. They like to see identifying you and then your brokerage in there, just so there's no confusion for the consumer. We have had folks in the past who've visited a page and it just said West USA Realty. They thought they were visiting the brokerage. They write a review, but then that review never gets really attached to where it needs to go. And so we don't want to confuse the consumer by just putting the name of the brokerage. Then there would be, thousands of West USA Realty, and we wouldn't know who we were talking to. From there, your next one is going to be your category. Clicking into your category there, and then start to type the word real. And as you see there, you now have real estate agent, company, developer. You have a choice of real estate options. For most of us, the number one is going to be real estate agent. And so just click on that one there. Susie's got a question. What if all your clients know, what if all clients know you not as your legal name? So my understanding, great question, by the way, Susie. My understanding is that while there's not a police department per se for the Arizona Department of Real Estate, their guidance is the name on your business page should be the name that you have on your license, on your real estate license. Now, having said that, it absolves me from responsibility, which is amazing. You are obviously free to put what you want to put on there. There's no one policing Facebook and looking at things. But if someone notices that the name's not what you're as a licensed agent, they could say something, and you might just get a letter from compliance or from our brokerage. But trust me, I don't hear about it often. We've got a lot of teams who will just put their team name. It could be the Flynn Group dash West USA Realty, or Ben and Jerry team, or whatever. We have a husband and wife team. We've got partner teams. So whatever that's going to look like for you, and whatever you're branding yourself as, it's important. So I know that's kind of a gray answer, but it may be best to check with your broker to make sure that you're in compliance and you don't want to cause any issues. So, but yeah, especially I know we've got people who have AZ real estate guy, or, Carol has the buyers, you hear all those type of taglines. And so folks do create business pages based on that. So just tread lightly, be mindful that there may be an issue. So your description here is, now for the new look, they brought the description box out into the new the new Facebook creation page. For the description, you guys on the old appearance, you're probably not seeing that right now. For you guys, you can go. You can go back and edit this, so it's not a must in order to move forward. So for all of us, I'm going to say leave that blank right now, and I'm going to show you where it lives in the about section. You can edit that later. So I'm going to go ahead and hit create page, and of course, I've already done this class on multiple occasions, and it says that it already exists. So I'm just going to put the number 4. Don't do that. This is just for me to game the system and get past this page, and then we'll go ahead and click on create page, and hopefully it will go. All right, here we go. So let it grind out there for a second, and all right, cool. So it's been saved. All right, so now on the right-hand side here, let's see what we got going on. Where should be, come on. All right, cool. So next question is going to ask me to all right, so I went ahead and hit skip. I apologize for you guys. If you're looking at the old version, go ahead and hit skip twice. It'll take you into the basic shell of the new design. So this is, this is really entertaining because this is a little bit different than what the old look is, but for the most part, still the same. So you'll see your navigation over here on the left-hand side as a business owner for a business page. You've got a lot of resources here. We're going to go ahead and create and populate some of this fun stuff over here on the right-hand side. Under the cover photo here, you'll see there's a little edit camera. So this is what I was talking about. You can steal cover photos from us at West USA, choosing and uploading a photo that you've created. Now, for a lot of folks, I get questions on where do I find cover photos? What can I use? If you are a West USA agent, you can find cover photos under the mywestusa.com dashboard. Under the downloads tab, there is a folder for Facebook cover photos that we've created, some older ones, but they still work, no problem. You can go to canva.com. I actually teach a webinar on canva.com, not on typing, but on Canva. You can go to canva.com, create your own designs, which is really awesome, and allow you to create some cover photos that you can use for your Facebook page. But the easy thing for me is I like to just use or I recommend just taking something that we've done or we've created already on our business page. We've got so many of them that are in compliance and that look good. So I'm just going to click on the image. As you can see here, it's going to open up full screen, and then right click on the image for those of you who are using a Mac, right click or your mouse trackpad, and we're going to save the photo to our downloads or our folder, our photo folder, depending on what type of device you're using. So saving the cover photo and then repurposing that for my business page is what we're doing here. So I'm going to jump back over to our cover photo and open the edit tab, and we're going to go ahead and choose upload photo from my device. So from there, what you'll see is wherever you have your photo saved, make sure you remember that, and then we're going to jump in here, and it should upload for us and populate. Looks good. So the nice thing about a lot of our photos is they're already to size, so they're specced out for you. You don't need to worry about cropping them or making any edits. You can just steal one from our past and then hit save, and it will save it to your device. So what if all your okay, here we go. Thank you, Susie. You're welcome. No problem. I cannot figure out how to switch to the new Facebook. All right, Bennett. If you're looking at your Facebook account, in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little drop-down arrow. For me, it's bigger on the new one, but on the old one, that drop-down arrow should open up, and you're looking for a switch to the new look, or for me right now, because I'm in the new one, it's going to say go back to classic. But over somewhere on the right-hand side, you should be able to switch to the new look. That's available for everybody. And if you haven't already had it happen to you, when randomly at some point when you log in, Facebook's going to say, hey, here's the new look, and be mindful, come sometime starting in September, we're going to make this permanent. Now, we are on September 3rd, so it hasn't actually happened yet, but just be mindful, it is coming. So not a lot of people care for it. I've seen a lot of the social media accounts I follow, a lot of the industry experts, professionals, influencers within social media. There's, some people don't mind it, but there's been a lot of pushback. There is some glitches. It's still kind of buggy. Some things have disappeared, so we're still kind of working ourselves through those, figuring those out. So as I learn more about it too and use it more, I'll definitely have a more comprehensive update for you next month. The first Thursday of October, we'll be going through Facebook again here. So Ben, and hopefully you found that for you. Yeah, so no option in the drop-down menu. That is really weird. And I don't know why that's happening. So you should be able to see it. Maybe they haven't rolled it out to you yet. So sit tight. I will keep you in mind and anyone else who's using the old appearance. So with that, we've got our cover photo dialed in. Now I'm going to go ahead and upload a professional profile photo. Your profile photo, kind of an industry standard. Uploading your headshot, a picture of you under the profile photo. You don't. It doesn't have to be a picture of you, but most folks do use a picture, so it's immediately identifiable. A lot of folks use a logo. Whatever it really is, up to you. I don't believe I have a photo on this computer. I know I say this probably every month, but let's find a photo of somebody who is on here, and let's do this. We will have them represent the business page. Cool. So, all right, let's throw Bob on there. So I described a JPEG, anything that was in the computer, but if you don't have headshots or you haven't had any professional shots done yet, get spruced up, grab a decent camera. There's a lot of good cameras now out there on the market that are coming with your cell phone. And whether you have someone take a photo of you or you find a amateur photographer, you name it, it is an industry standard. So a lot of folks do like to have a good headshot, and a good professional headshot will be nice for your profile photo because it differentiates between your personal page and your business page. So we went ahead and used Bob as our guinea pig for my business page right now. And so I uploaded that photo there. Pretty self-explanatory, same as uploading your cover photo. And now we are getting some stylization to your business page. Changing out your cover photo, highly recommend doing that once a month. It's good to change out your graphics because people will come to your page. They know that you're always changing it out. Again, it creates content, so it goes into your feed. Folks are going to see that. And a lot of agents like to use their cover photo, no pun intended, the real estate up top to showcase listings, a collage of maybe a luxury home. If you've got a new home, as you get a new home, you do a little collage of the photos and do a sneak peek or a teaser. I have some agents who use this. They'll throw up a pocket listing and say, hey, something's coming on the MLS. Here's some photos, sneak peek, message me if you'd like to see the home or for any questions. But changing out your cover photo, definitely recommend that. And if you're struggling with ideas, Canva, again, has awesome templates that you can use to customize and create yourself a cover photo. Stick with the holidays. There's virtually one in every month. So, Halloween's coming up. Make yourself a spooky, fun little cover photo for your business page. All right, so scrolling through your cover photo here or your business page, we've got a few more edits. I'm going to jump right into the About section. And for those who are using the old version, going to the About section will be over here on the left-hand side for you. You should see a See More tab. When you click on that See More tab, you can go to the About section, and that'll take us into where we can add some more information about you. There's a few more things to fill out. So for those on the new version, I'm going to stay right here. We're going to go through these together. And then for you, the older version folks, pretty much the same. You're just looking for make some edits to adding in a location. Now, when adding a location, easiest thing for you guys to do is you can either check mark my page doesn't have a location if you're doing like a service area. You can leave that blank, or for most folks, what they like to do is they'll add in an address, but they'll put their branch location. So add your branch location in there, your branch address as your location there, and then that'll give you a physical location on the map. and you will then dial in and show up there. So in this case, it's going to make the changes have been saved, but the map's not populating. Again, that could be a glitch with the new service. So we'll see. Apparently our office is out in the ocean. So, all right, the map is getting editing. Let's see here. All right. Well, I did hear about bugs, so we're probably going to see some while we're in this class. So I do apologize about that. Let's see here. All right. So it didn't take the location. Let me refresh that page and see what happens here. All right. Yeah, so adding an address shouldn't be okay. It's there. So my page doesn't have a location. All right, so I'm gonna leave that alone. So we we look like we got ourselves our first little live environment glitch. Moving on, we've got hours of operation. You've got your email address, phone number. Really easy. Jumping into your web address and putting in your address, whether you have a personal URL that takes you to your business page, you're using one of our free West USA agent websites. You can grab that link if you haven't already done so and add it into your page. So, all right, here we go. That should, okay, it has made your changes have been saved. So I'm assuming all I need to do is hit the X button next here. And there you go, westusa.com. Add your phone number in. So pretty easy to do. Just take your time and go through here and add in your information. Whoop. All right, 4,200, and we're gonna hit save, and we'll get that to load up there. So let's go through these one at a time. Let's see what's the drop down over here. There we go. Oh, cool. I'm assuming we need to add USA now. All right, so there are a few edits that are new to the creation, which is cool. All right, now let's try that again. All right, let's see here. All right, we click outside the box, it automatically saves it. So it's so non-intuitive for me to hit exit without seeing like a save button and then just goes back. But email address, so make sure you add in your email address there. Where would you like people to contact you? And then there's a call to action button on the front side of the site. And with this information populated in here, then if you have folks connect with you through that button, they'll be able to connect with you through your phone number or your email address that you've already put into the about section. So additional info, if you add a description, this is where you can go into the description box and give a little bio, a little 30-second elevator speech of who you are, what you do, why you're an agent, how long have you been an agent, anything about you that you'd like to share with your client. Consider this an about section on a website. Your bio section will differentiate you. Feel free to express some personality in the description, have fun with it. Whatever that bio is going to be different for everybody since everyone's story is different. So I'm going to leave that blank for the sake of time right now. And then the rest of the information here is pretty much not relevant. You're not, and Presium is if you were under another company that is out of state or out of country. So we'll leave that alone there from there. If you ever need to edit your privacy policy, meaning that if you're collecting any information, your privacy policy, the privacy policy that lives on the bottom of our westusa.com website can be copied and pasted in here. At some point, you would probably need to put that in there because that would allow you to run ads. And especially if you're going to be collecting information or you have a lead page or anything like that, just be mindful that that is where the privacy policy lives, in the about section. So with that, I'm going to go back to the home tab here. And we've started to fill out some information. Facebook's really cool about giving you little pop-ups. Here's where you're going to invite your friends. Here's where you're going to add video if you wanted to add a live tab. And so we can add a live tab if you're going to go live from your business page, which I highly recommend if you're not doing video. Video is a big play for content. Facebook has reported and statistically shown video is the most consumed content on their business pages on Facebook in general. And so adding a video to your business page is definitely going to be advantageous for you. Should bios be written in first person or third person? First person. Definitely write those in first person since you are your business. You're a personal brand. So, I, me, we, that's definitely going to be I, me, definitely going to be a great tool for you there. And keep it professional, but have fun with it. Especially if you're into something unique. or fun fact, like you can finish it with a fun fact. It's a little known fact about me. I used to be a professional dancer, whatever that, and works for you. So have fun with it, showcase your personality. And in fact, on your business page, did they get rid of the story? They did. I just realized that. Yeah, on the new look, they got rid of the story. So there was a story tab, and that's really weird because there was a place where you could add some videos. So we'll get into the video tab when it comes to your business page. You'll see here under your business page, there is a tab for videos, and you can. There's some really cool stuff that you can do on Facebook, and I'll get into another webinar about just video in itself. But just a sneak peek for under your video tab on your business page, and whether you're on the new look or the old, that does exist for you. You can upload videos to your video tab, or you can visit their creator studio. And under their creator studio, you'll notice the creator studio strips out all the noise. So you're not getting pop-ups about, someone going live. There's no advertisements on here. You're not seeing your news feed. So there's no distractions. The creator studio is designed specifically for that, is to create content. And so whether you're just doing a simple post, adding some photos, making an announcement, uploading video, or going live from your creator studio, you can push all your content here and then see how you're doing. How are the insights for that content? Are people clicking on it, liking it? Are they using an emoji? How long of the video are they watching? 1 minute, 3 minutes, and so on. And then you can look at all your content in your content library, which I'll have none because I just created the account, but you can look at your content in the content library at a glance and really see what people are engaging with. And the low volume stuff no one's really engaging with, that'll tell you that maybe they don't want to see that. And so, you'll want to do like a home tour or a neighborhood tour walkthrough, and that one has a lot of engagement, then that's the kind of stuff people want to see, and it helps you tailor your content the next time you decide to post. So jumping back into our business page, under your video tab, explore your tabs. There's a lot there as far as uploading photos, your events. For you guys as real estate agents, using your events tab is fantastic for open houses. And whether those are in person or virtual, clicking on your event tab, again, and we're kind of just going through the navigation here under the top. For the old version, it's going to be over here on the side for you guys. So story in the upper right-hand corner earlier, and then where I toggled. Yes, Susie, they did add the ability for you to push stories now. I don't know what that looks like. Let's see here. Let's go. I'm going to go back to the classic mode just to see where we can find that. This is always fun. Some folks see the new, some folks see the old. So, but let's see. I'm going back into the old version, and okay. So now, creating content. Let's see if we can find a story tab here. They might have only rolled out the ability to push stories to the new version, which if they were smart, they did that. Let's see, your story page, your page of story. Yeah, so right here, visible page of story. So you should be able to push content to the desktop there. So yeah, so under create a new post, you'll see the option to push just your stories and create story from there. So the old version, I know the new version is going to grow on me, but there's a really strong sense of familiarity with the old version. So for those of you guys who, let's see here. Yep. So for me, I'm going to toggle back to the new version here. So, all right. So yeah, so on the new version, they moved the story tab. Well, I thought I saw here too. Oh, it's under create. That's where it was. There we go. Right. Under the create tab, under the plus symbol in the upper right hand corner, you can click on not life event. So click on the plus symbol there, and we're going to go to story, share or write a story. There you go. Boom. So you've got either create a story, oh, look at that. Is that Instagram? Oh, no, it was just choosing the backdrop of the story. Okay, got it. Discard this one. We're having fun here learning this one. Create a photo story, create a text story. Got it. So now there's your options. So creating a story from your desktop now. Fun. Okay. So you can use all these tools, these editors they've gotten here. Zoom in, rotate, fantastic. And then, so that's it. That's just share story, huh? And then click tab. Cool. There was nowhere for me to add any fun stuff for gifts. That's going to be a fun one to figure out. I know they just rolled that one out, so there's probably a lot more on the way. But again, for you guys using your new page, under the More tab, you should see a lot of different areas. Under events, what we get back to, we're talking about events. Great place for you to create your open houses. If you want to create an open house, you can create a new one here. Create an event in person to get together with people at a specific location. Now, when it comes to choosing a location, I'm pretty sure you can just type in webinar, so that way you don't have to worry about anyone worried about attending something in person. And you can go through and create the event name, could be the actual physical address of your listing. You can do maybe add virtual home tour into the description, and then add some photos as a teaser, start and end date, and kind of give people an idea of, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be pushing an open house, whether in person or on a virtual tour. What's cool in the upper right hand corner is you can toggle it back and forth between how it looks on a mobile and how it looks on your desktop. So probably 57, 58% of content that is consumed on a mobile device. And it's only going to get more and more that way. People are just using tablets and their mobile device more than anything. It's just because we're on the go and it's convenient. And I lost my arrow. So there we go. There we go. We're back. All right. So you're going to have a lot of people creating content. So be mindful that you have that option with the new design to take a look and see what it looks like on mobile versus your desktop. So basically for your business page, familiarize yourself with your settings. From your home tab here, go through. Facebook will have the ability for you to set up a shop. We're not selling anything e-commerce wise, so I'm going to close that box out. And when I'm ready to get going, I can invite friends. Once I've created a cover photo, I've got a profile photo done, I've added in all my contact information, I can go ahead and start inviting friends. Easiest thing to do to invite friends to get people to like your page, there's one or two things that you can do. You can either click on the three little dots, the ellipsis on the navigation. On the old look, it should be right here for you. On the new one, it's over here. And then you can share your page. Easiest thing to do is to share your page and to get some likes. And if you haven't done so, even for you folks who have had a business page, it's good to go in here periodically, click on the share tab, and then it's going to make this post, which pulls the main cover photo, your profile photo, and then creates a box for you to write something. Just joined West USA as I am now a agent. If you or someone you know is looking to purchase a home in the next 6 months to a year, feel free to reach out to me. Whatever you want to do, and then go ahead and click on create a post and share that to your personal page. That'll allow you to share it as a personal page to your post or about your business page and get some organic traffic that way. Little grassroots effort to push to your friends and family and get them to like your page. I also like to go into the More tab. Whoop, here we go. Go to invite friends. So back to the ellipsis page again. Click on the ellipsis, the three dots, and click on invite friends. And I can either invite friends individually or select all and then invite them to like my page. And if I want to send into their inbox, I could do that here. I can't do it on a mass scale. It's considered spamming. So if I wanted to choose one person, I can send that to them as a notification and also send it to them in their inbox or their message and invite them to like my page. Now, you're supposed to be able to add a message. That is so weird. So they got rid of the ability for me to write a message. All it is to say is send invite. So for the old version, you guys, you should see a box up here that says, fill in a blank. What's that? I hope not, but let's see. Yeah, I would say I don't want to send one to. Where is? It'd be nice if I could actually search for somebody right here. So I'm gonna go. Let's see if Tatum's in here. Nope. All right, so I'm gonna send an invite to Tatum because she's here with me now, and that way she knows not to just accept it. So yeah, so it didn't even allow me to create a custom message on the old version. It did. On the new version, it is not allowing me to create a custom message. That's more likely a glitch. I would see that coming back, but that would be an example. And as I prefaced at the beginning of this class, there are some glitches with the new design. So uh, just as annoying for you as it is for me. So I do apologize for that. So for the most part, you guys, that's your business page. You are often running. You're really just going to go through and create your content. But like I mentioned, best days to post Wednesdays and Thursdays midday. That's when the most engagement is up. Creating an editorial calendar is going to be an amazing tool for you to use. An editorial calendar will allow you to select days of the weeks and the topics that you would like to use and like to post. Find a cadence, what works best for you. Set yourself up for creating content on a weekly basis, 2 to 3 times a week. Whether you're scheduling your posts or posting them in real time, do your best to create some level of engagement. Ask questions. If you're going to push content and create a post, they have a number of different tools that will help you create engagement. You can see that they have everything from direct message, posting a photo or a video, whatever that looks like to you. Great tools for you in here to use in order to create some awesome content and encourage folks to learn more about you as you are an agent with West USA Realty. And then last but not least, make sure you use the add a button. This little blue button here in the upper right hand corner is still the same for old or new version. The add a button will allow you to add a call to action button for folks who visit your business page from a mobile device or a tablet. And you've got a number of different call to action options here. A lot of these are not going to be relevant for you as a real estate agent. Book now, order food. Clearly, those are for industries, for hospitality, or for service based, or for food restaurants. Contact us, message, send email. Those are all going to be ones that you can use. Shop now is going to be obviously e-commerce. So with the new design, they've added quite a few new ones. Buy a gift card. So look for those call to action buttons on your other businesses that you may follow. But choose one that's going to work best for you. In this case, I'm going to choose send an email. They're obviously going to ask for the email address that you would like to use. Pretty self-explanatory. And from there, you're able to be off and running. And I'm going to add that in there. And now I have a call to action button. There it is. Boom. Send an email. So they can send an email to you directly from clicking on that button from their mobile device. So, okay. So if anyone else has any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to jump into the chat box there. I'll happily answer those for you guys. You guys have been awesome. I really appreciate your time. Next Thursday, Canva basics, as we mentioned, Canva. We're going to create content. We're going to make social media posts, cover photos, thank you cards, whatever you can think of. It's amazing what you can do with Canva. We will jump into a live environment. We'll show you guys where to find assets, tools, things you can help with creating content. And Canva's free. They have some really awesome free features. Of course, they have pro version too. So for as little as $10 a month, you can have full access to creating content and really take your content creation to the next level. So 10 a.m. next Thursday. And of course, you can always email me. I'm Keith, Keith, at westusa.com. Thank you again, as always. Be kind, be safe, and we will see you next week.